It is a rainy day here in Florida, and I just hope that my microphone works because my phone hasn't been charging well, and I plug my phone into the same place that I'm plugging my microphone thing in. Today the plan was maybe going out to Orlando to one of the dead malls, but then I realized that I don't want to do that. And on top of that, like my husband gets off early today, and I'd rather be home when he gets home. So plus, the traffic is like starting to get worse because it is one of our busy seasons in the state of Florida, in the city of Orlando, because it's spooky season. Officially, it is October. Happy Halloween month. Happy, if you're a goth, you're being complimented on your costume month. I was complimented on my costume yesterday, and like honestly, at this point, it's just like I just say thank you. Anyways, today's outfit, I am an outfit repeater, right? I'm re-wearing my top or whatever it's called, my wrap dress, because I'm kind of like, it's not a series, but it's like I'm working on a video where I show off the multiple uses of garments because I am somebody who is like not staunchly against fast fashion because I will say clothing is a necessity, but fashion is not. So like if you have to buy clothes because all your clothes are like ratty and all that, I understand. To make your whole entire wardrobe fashionable out of like Shein, Temu, Zara, all that kind of stuff, not the best look. Anyways, so yeah, I am re-wearing this top in a different fashion with a top like the blouse I've had forever. I think I've had it since I lived in Arkansas or maybe when I first moved back to Florida. I don't remember. So it's definitely been over 7 years that I've had it. I made this bandana. I know there is a cheaper version out there, but this is crochet and it's also glow in the dark yarn, which you won't get from the Temu version. And then on the bottoms, I have shorts. I never wear these shorts because they're kind of ugly. They were one of the first pairs of shorts I ever made properly without like sewing the legs weird. And like it's just a little bit too big on me. And the last time I wore it in Star Wars over in Hollywood Studios, and it was real hot because last year we were going through El Nino, and I sweat right through it, and it was disgusting, and I was extra embarrassed. But then I had to remind myself, hey, I'll probably never see these people ever again. I know I look unique, so they'll probably remember me. But you know, at this point, I don't care. This is a good like outfit for sweatiness, I guess. For those shorts at least. They're really cheap cotton. It was like one of the first times I bought cotton too. If you can afford good cotton, I would go for Kona. It's a pretty solid choice. The color doesn't fade out as much. And it's also like, I don't know, it's not as sweaty because it's not plastic. I mean, it's cotton and you'll still sweat if you're a sweaty person, but like, it's not as bad as polyester. So anyways, today we are staying home. We are doing, what are we doing? We are working on our Dollywood outfit. Well, it's just the top. I'm making a top out of like orange and black fabric. I want to be a little cowboy when I go over to Dollywood. I'm so excited for cinnamon bread. Yeah, we're working on sewing today. Probably getting back to crochet because I'm obsessed with shawls right now. I have a video of the completed project and the jingle bell sound, the ASMR sound. If you guys are so inclined to watch that, please do. I mean, you don't have to, like honestly, but if you want like the good jingle bell sounds, like a haunted, like I don't know, maybe this is an Eastern Asian thing, but like ghosts are like synonymous with jingle bells. And so I had to make something with jingle bells. I don't know. I'm just obsessed with that project. So let's get to sewing. So today we're listening to Pastel Ghost Radio. I love Pastel Ghost. I just love like, I don't know how you describe it because I'm not like, I'm a music person, but I'm really, really bad at like isolating what it is. But like, I think it's like dark wave mixed with EDM. I don't really want to watch YouTube today because like, I've been so burnt out on YouTube lately, even though I'm making YouTube videos, but like lately it's all like just the most sensational news. Obviously there's a lot of destruction going on right now, and that's going on my For You page on TikTok. And like, social media has been really depressing lately. So I want to listen to music and I'll show you guys what I'm working on. I already cut out all the pieces like a couple days ago. I haven't gotten around to like doing all the pleats and all that. I don't even know if there's pleats on here. To be honest, I bought this pattern. Let me show you the pattern. It's this pattern. I'm making this one right here. And I bought this pattern like back in 2021 when I was first getting into sewing, and I stopped cutting it because I was so confused on all the pieces. Like everything didn't make sense to me. There was a lot of words on here that I didn't understand. And like there's one right here that says do not slash. And like now that I'm a little bit better of sewing at sewing, I know that that's for a pocket, which I'm not going to put in. Unfortunately, I just don't feel comfortable making pockets at this point. And Mr. Rapallo's scared because it's lightning and thundering out there. So he said, please hold me. Yeah, so no pockets for this one. It's orange and black because I want to do like a Halloween thing because we're going to Dollywood for their pumpkin thing. I don't know what it's called, but we've been watching videos. I need to watch more videos because I'm the type of person that like needs to know what's going on before I go places. And we didn't do that last year with Not Scary Farm. We got so lost, and it wasn't until like the last hour that the park was open that we found another scare zone. And I kind of feel like we missed out on a lot because of that. We were planning on doing a day trip, but like funds were getting a little bit tight, and I just said, if there's one thing that we need to do, it's not scary. So I might research some Dollywood stuff later on today whenever I'm not feeling Pastel Ghost anymore. Don't know if that's going to happen, but I gotta stop yapping and actually start working on this because he's just gonna keep on taking space until I start working on stuff. I've been doing this thing where I kind of really slowly sew, instead of like trying to do everything in once and burning myself out, which I do a lot. And I think I've finally reached the point in sewing where I'm not hyper fixated on it, but like I still want to do it, but I don't want to like push myself to do it. The first day I cut everything, but I forgot to cut 2 copies of this. I only have 1. So I'm going to cut some more. I think I should have enough fabric, but I'm looking at it right now and it's like down to the very bottom. I'm pretty sure this is polyester too. And I don't want to pick up more polyester just because like I just don't like the texture. The more I get into sewing, the less I like it. Almost the same with bed sheets. I like working with bed sheets because it's normally really cheap option. A lot of times we'll go to like Ollie Bargain Barn and buy sheets that nobody wants. And then also like Ross. What I really need to do is go thrifting and give some old fabric some new love. But I just haven't had the energy to leave the house whenever I'm not off. Maybe next Thursday I'll do that. I know I want to do like going out videos. I'm also like, I have too many days off next week and I need to get out of the house. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Cut another one of these sleeves and then we'll move on and work on the sleeves because I got the cuff and the sleeve right here. We'll work on that first and then work our way up into the bodice. There's a lot of pieces in here. Like, look at this piece. It's kind of cute, but like, I'm a little bit nervous to work with it. But anyways, I have bad news. I don't have enough fabric and I really, really like, I don't want to like kind of deviate from this, but also like, what am I going to do? Maybe I cut it down the fold line and then just reattach it. The sleeve, I'm risking being a little bit tight on me, which I don't like because I don't pre-wash my fabrics. I'm sorry. I'm too lazy. Maybe in the future I will, but as of right now, I have too much fabric to pre-wash. I don't want to do any of that. Maybe I'll just switch sleeves, but then again, we're going to Tennessee and I really, really don't think I'll be warm when I'm up there. We travel every year for Halloween because like we don't get fall down here, and like up north Halloween is just so much prettier. Plus that's like our anniversary, so we got married on Hallows Eve. So like it's a really special time for us. And every time we leave the state, it's always so stinking cold. The year that we got married, we went up to Georgia, Atlanta, Savannah, and we were not prepared for how cold it was. And also, I always end up buying a jacket on like our trip because it's always ends up being colder than I prepare for. So like, yeah, I want this to be long sleeve so that I don't have to like put on a jacket and cover it up. But yeah, so I think the plan is to cut it down the seam or whatever, cut it down the middle. It's going to look different. It's going to look strange. But I think that's the only choice I have at this point. So here goes nothing. So I think the plan is to do a 1/3 inch seam for the sleeve so that it's not too tight. Like it doesn't get that much smaller. And then I think I'm going to do it in black because my signature thing, I don't know what to call it, but like the way I do my seams, I like flat press and then I roll over on 2 sides and then it has like a seam. Like, I don't know if you can see it here, but yeah, so this is the original seam, and then I press down the other seams. I don't I don't know how you call it. I roll it down and then I just sew it down, and it kind of has been helping me with the whole entire fraying and spraying and keeping the seams in. So I like doing it in very vibrant colors, and I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking, like, my brain is thinking, in whenever I get to this point, that like on the back, you know how like most cowboy outfits kind of has like a floral display thing on the back, like, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe if I find a picture, I'll put it right here. So maybe I get like a jack-o'-lantern pattern. I trace it using like paper, not paper, what's it called? Like pencil, pencil or chalk. And then I take hot glue and then I hot glue around the tracing. And then I embroider over, because I've seen people on TikTok and Reels, I think, like they take hot glue and then they embroider over that. I think that's a really cute, like, way to accessorize something. So I think that's what I want to do. I don't know, but that's way in the future. Whenever I get to that point, we'll see when we get there. I'm listening to Pastel Ghosts, When You Sleep, I think is what it's called. And I can't help but like think that there is like an underlying sample from Avril Lavigne's It's a Damn Cold Night. I don't remember what the song is called, but it was from the album with a red X on it. Or is it the album where she's like standing in the middle of the road? Anyways, I was a big Avril Lavigne fan back when I was a kid because it was like one of the only albums I ever had. And I think it is a sample from that song. Lost bobbin chicken right at the end of this. So I'm going to do like 3 bobbins of this because I think this is the end of my black bobbins. So do 3 bobbins and then get back to work. I might actually start doing the tracing because I think I know where exactly I want to put it. While we're waiting for this, I'll talk about like HHN, I guess, because that's the only thing I ever like talking about. We're towards the end of our HHN like excitement journey. We usually go like once a week, but like towards the end of October, we kind of like fizzle out on it because we've had our fill. And this is the time period where everybody is traveling for HHN. So like we kind of just hang out at home or find other things to do. And I think we're really close to that. Last night we went, and while the fashion now is ramping up and all the fashion ghoulies are starting to pop out, it's really nice because like one of my favorite things to do at HHN is people watch, and not in like the neurotypical way where they're just judging people, but more in the, wow, I like how they did that outfit and I want to try to do that. Or like, you know, how people interact with characters, because I am very like socially awkward, but there's some characters that I would love to like interact with because they're interactive types characters, and they're like, they really get into the groove, and I really love seeing that. Anyways, yeah, last night we did like 2 hours of character watching, and then we did, I don't know, we did 2 houses. We started to try and do a 3rd one, but like it's too full. Like everything, it's the first October day of HHN, and like I think we're at that point where we're probably going to slow down our visits and just skip out and find other things to do. Maybe like, I don't know, decorate. So, yeah, a little bit sad about that, but it is what it is. There's only 3 more weeks left of HHN. We've had our fill. We're almost at the end of the HHN journey for this year, and it's been such a great year. I've had a lot of fun watching everything and going as often as I could. Like last year was a really rough time. One, it was like extremely busy every single day, and then the only times we could go was like 2 hours after my husband was off of work. So it was rough, but this year's been a really good year. I don't know how this reminds me, but I've been wanting to talk about this, about like old school commercials. So right now, one of the biggest issues that we're having online is like the commercial breaks between videos, because like you'll watch a 30-second video, but like there's a 30-second unskippable ad before it, because like we end up on silly YouTube a lot. And like a lot of times too on TikTok, when I'm watching something, if it's a 3+ minute video, at the very end, before the video is even finished, it cuts to an ad, and it's like, why are, like, I understand this is their way of monetizing the platform, but like it's just so frustrating getting ads interrupting you. Like, I understand getting the bag. That's completely understandable. Make money where you're working and putting a lot of effort and money in, or energy into. But the thing is, like, I've been watching a whole bunch of like older 90s, 2000s, like TV shows on YouTube with the commercial breaks in it. And every single commercial break was themed to the TV show that you were watching. Like, not exactly themed, but like the energy kept pace with the thing that you were watching. So especially with like the Halloween ones, I've been watching a lot of Halloween 90s TV shows, cartoons, etc. And like everything was like, they promoted haunted merch, and like that's not something that's really going on right now. Like, I unironically love commercials. It's like a perfect little time capsule of the time, of the era, of voice acting, of music, jingles. That's another thing. Jingles aren't being used in commercials anymore. And it's like one of those, as a music person, it's a big draw to a lot of infomercial, well, not infomercials, but it's a big draw to commercials in general. It's like the music has to set the pace, and there's nothing setting the pace except for, hey guys, this thing changed my life. And it's like, this has nothing to do with this fashion video, you know? Like, a lot of times it's like a commercial of, let's say, I don't know, I get Chewy commercials all the time on TikTok, and I don't often get them after like a bunch of dog videos or animal videos. I get them in between like a bunch of goth fashion videos. And it's like, this is great and all, but like TikTok's a hard one to talk about because I try my best to avoid TikTok Shop, any video that has TikTok Shop on it. And the only sponsored goth ads that you get is like Killstar or, I don't know, Dolls Kill, I think. I don't know. I just quickly flash by. I don't even get to see who the producer is or whatever, whoever the company is. So like it's been difficult finding stuff when I vehemently hate the way the ads are advertised to me. So anyways, I just thought that was like a little think piece, not really a think piece, more of like a, hey, remember when commercials were this and not what we get right now? I wouldn't mind commercials if they fit in with a theme. Please, please give us themed commercials. I know that you cut back on marketing, but you're also putting more money into marketing and not utilizing it properly. Not gonna lie, that little stint of like having to figure out sleeves and then the cuff, like reading the information I need for the cuff, kind of makes me not want to do it anymore. So instead, I'm going to go crochet and play RimWorld and probably listen to YouTube videos. I was literally just talking about cartoons, and now I just want to watch silly little Halloween cartoons and commercials. Yeah, let's go crochet. I'll show you guys what I'm crocheting. First, though, we got a little grape ape action. We went to Voodoo Donuts last night because we knew that there was like some specialty donuts, and like I was feeling sweets at the end of the night. I ate one while I was there. I think it was the Halloween one, the RIP tomb. It was just like a cookies and cream Bavarian cream thing. It was cute. I liked it. But this one is my ultimate favorite from Voodoo. So I had to get it. I get it every single time I go. So I'm watching this video from Josh Bailey. They went to the Lakeland Punk Rock Flea Market, and that's something I've been interested in, but I don't think I'm punk. I do listen to some punk music, and I don't know. I just don't feel like I would fit in to the crowd there, so I haven't been interested in going. But that reminds me, I am going to Spooky Empire, most likely. I might try to vlog going over there. I don't feel comfortable vlogging inside the building just because I'm socially awkward. But I always put out a short reel TikTok about it. And I don't know if that's something that you guys might want. I'm probably not going to do it. I don't know. I'm just too socially awkward. It's just really nice seeing like smaller artists and creators get into like the market scene, because like that's an easy way to like get community. Because like that's one thing that I was talking about, like mall culture in general, is like there's not much sense of community anymore. Like everything is online, which I am somebody that lives online, but the online community is even like, it's not there anymore because it's been corporatized. And I think that's just like a small glimmer or a glimpse into like small subcultures. And I really can't wait to go to the Spooky Empire one, because I know it's something I've been interested in so long. But like I haven't had the time. I've never had the day off. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of small artists there. I hope that I have enough money to spend as much money as I want. I'm probably going to give myself like a $75 budget, which is kind of low, but I also need to be very cautious about my spending because I'm not working as much. And on top of that, like we're going up to do our little road trip coming up soon. So I really, really need to be careful about it. I just remembered that I didn't show you guys what I'm working on. So I'm working on another shawl because I'm kind of obsessed with shawls right now. This gray black one is part of the last shawl I made, the Sis Love shawl. And I was like, I can't just part with it. I can't just let it sit. So I started working this up, and I'm moving into like a lavender true blue yarn. And then after that yarn, I plan on moving into this loops and threads. So like kind of like a purple scale shawl. That's what it's called. It's working up really, really nicely. I think it's gorgeous so far. And like honestly, the bigger it gets, the more like kind of circular it gets, I guess. I don't know. I think I plan on at the top like making a little hood so that I could just like easily wear it, and then like maybe attaching arm things, because like I think the appeal of this is stretching it out and then showing like all the like work on the inside. I don't know. But this is one that I'm just like mindlessly working up while I play RimWorld or watch YouTube or just kind of hang out in this room, because I'm still in my crochet kick. I'm still not in my like sewing seasonal thing hyperfixation. I'm very much still in my crochet one, just a crochet fix for me and not to sell. Maybe I might sell it, but like at this point, I'm not looking into making stuff for other people. So now I'm watching Disco Liz's video, HHN Weekend 5, and she's sitting in the Surreal Scare Zone, and I haven't gotten a video of Surreal Scare Zone out. Like I feel bad that the only Scare Zone short reel TikTok that I've made of it is of the Ren Fair, Torture Fair area, but that's literally the only place that has good lighting. And my camera is my phone camera, and it really doesn't pick up anything except for straight blue. And like, it's really rough trying to get a video out for that. We sat there for like an hour yesterday just because like there was a situation that we had to talk to team members about, and so we kind of like hung out to make sure that the kid was okay, but like also we just want to enjoy the scare zones and enjoy the fashion and enjoy the costumes. And one of the things that I really have been enjoying lately is like wraith like fashion. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just like super flowy, like pretty much goth, but like it's super flowy, kind of tattered. And that's kind of like the goal I have for this winter. I think I want to kind of look like disheveled but ghost like, and like same with the eyeshadow, whatever. I kind of want to like look, my eyes look a little bit more sunken, more ghost like. I think that's the goal for me this winter. I don't know how I keep on doing this, but I keep on messing up on the row before. It's supposed to be like a skip 4 stitch, but I keep on just stitching over it, and it's really frustrating. So I have to frog this for like the 3rd time. Oh, it's so annoying. We're back in the sewing room. It is like 9 p.m. It's nighttime. We're gonna drink my mojito LaCroix because it's actually pretty decent. It kind of, I don't know, something about it is just really yummy. And we're gonna start on those cuffs because I think cuffs are pretty easy to work on, and I can at least finish the cuffs and then move on, hopefully, over to the actually, I think I'm going to start on the blouse now, because I think what I'm going to do with the cuffs with all the black is I'm going to use orange thread on them, so to give that little color contrast and to like really indicate that it's like the traditional Halloween colors, because I really want to go super Halloweeny for this. All right, so actually looking through the instructions and reading them, oh, go figure. I have to start with the facings first and the yolks. So I'm gonna just go ahead and switch to the orange thread and do all that stuff, and then we'll move on to putting the bodice together, which sounds counterintuitive to me just because like I'm so used to putting the bodice together and then putting the decorations on. This is a change. This is something new. This is something that will increase my skill. So this looks so cute. I can't wait for it to be finished. I'm already like so clean. I'm so proud of myself. This is gonna be so good when it's done. I'm starting to get hungry, but like I really, really want to work on some more because I'm really liking how this is working up. I gotta keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going until I'm like ravenously hungry. Okay, so we got the little buttonhole done. Well, the buttonholes aren't on there yet, but the button trim, whatever, the front facing, I think is what it's called. And I know I was supposed to put interfacing in it, but I really didn't want to. I'm a little bit lazy. This is like the rough draft kind of, like this is my first time making it. So I don't really care if it gets like really messy. Plus it's just my Halloween stuff. So I feel like Halloween costumes can look a little bit cheap and like I mean I'm trying so I really don't want to push myself on this, but yeah, I'm starting to get really hungry now, so I'm probably gonna just head off and I'll probably work on this a couple times before I come back on the vlog. I don't know when the next vlog is. I'm thinking maybe I will do a what's it called vlog for Spooky Empire, because the week after that I am going to Tennessee. So it's a lot of things are coming up. This is my busy season. So I'm going to go eat some food, finish this later. I'll show you all in shorts, reels, TikToks, whatever you watch me from. But yeah, we're going to go. Bye bye.